through those. Look at that. Right on those stakes. You don't even see them. Actually worked out perfectly. Look at that. We'll try and break this flank here if we can. Broken nose there. Suppliers, look at that, he fell right upon there. Oh, what a shot! My goodness me. Oh, we've killed the general, that's why. We've got to reconstitute this line here. We have to reconstitute this line. Greetings and welcome to episode 168 of my Empire Total War Darth Mod USA campaign. This, my friends, is how we left it last time, where we had a terrific battle here just outside Damascus. We sent our forces in here, a very powerful force here, so there's two army groups at least, to try and smash the flank of these Persian forces, but they held strong, they sent us packing, we were defeated. We have taken a number of defeats in the last couple of years, and it really does start to sting when you get a number of defeats, but we shall not cower away from what we have to do here. Now, luckily, we do have a significant number of armies in and around Damascus. I have moved this force here from the Beirut port just to bring it in a little bit closer here to Damascus, because we want to bring in as many of our troops here to defend as we possibly can. But the army inside Damascus is effectively a full defensive force. There is not a cavalry unit regiment in sight. Now the main thing that is to tie down the enemy for as long as we can, do as much damage as we possibly can here. A lot of infantry is going to be, because remember we do have maximum fortifications around Damascus, so we're going to draw in a tremendous amount of fire here. Now as you can see, the Persians still do have 3 full armies here untouched, or unscathed should I say, armies. Not at full capacity. This army here is at a full complement of troops here, and it's going to be a brutal fight, but I think we can hold. I think the army defending here just alone inside the city will do a huge amount of damage, because we did kill over half of all of the forces that were drawn into that fight here in the Syrian desert. As you can see here, we still ourselves have 3 armies still in full health, so we are going to be sending them back into here, but we won't send them fighting. We won't send them into the forces here. What we might do is allow these Persian forces to smash upon the rock that is Damascus, and then use these armies here to mop up what is left of the Persian forces. We've also got additional forces moving here through the Syrian desert. We've got this force here which was sent packing for last time. We've also got another Syrian force here, Persian force, I beg your pardon, that was sent here. Again, that was also involved in the fighting but wasn't pushed away. This force here did take a little bit of a beating, but again, we've given them a sound thrashing. We really have. This army and this army and this army will pull back into an army group, and they will just probably be placed here, just in the middle of the Syrian desert here, just on the foothills here of Damascus, to ready to strike for whatever remnants are left after the battle here. But these forces will be needed to replenish. They did suffer a significant number of casualties, so to that end, I think we'll start with the replenishment. We've got a good complement of gold here, 158,000 in the bank. Sir. And again, this is the force that bore the brunt of that attack. I think we shall also bring another general in here to replace the general that fell. Make ready. And this army here is actually not too badly hit at all. I think it could just be beg your pardon, this army here, yes, it's only one regiment here. Again, not too many regiments hit at all here in this army either. So they're actually in pretty good shape here. This is the army that took the brunt of it, but also dealt a huge number of casualties to the Persians. So that really does signify that our quality will outdo their quantity. Now, moving further to Baghdad here, we've now recaptured Baghdad. Look at that, that force is an absolute wonder. That'll hold specifically against the Persians here. And also we have the absolute creme de la creme here of the United States Army, the fighting forces. Look at that. Once again we've called upon the Marine Corps, and it launched an amphibious assault through, capturing Basra, as you can see here, and then marching right the way through Persia itself, through the mountains here, and assaulting and sieging Esfahan. As you can see, look at the income that it brings in to the Persians. Nearly 17,000. Look at the growth. 101. And look at that there for the regional wealth. 34,000. It's extraordinarily wealthy region. It really, really is. But we've also been hitting some of the outlying towns and villages and with our cavalry, which we've also brought in here to really aid that attack. If they do move out of here, we want to pounce on them with the cavalry there. But we really have rolled up upon the Persians here, right, hitting their capital hard. Now we're at war with Afghanistan here and here, of course, and then further sort of eastward, as it were, we then move into the Mughal Empire. And there's Sweden there. Well, now, the importance of Sweden being here in the subcontinent, in Sind, is really is important, because Sweden, for those of you, my friends, who might be joining this a little bit late here, Sweden has attacked us in the homeland. They've captured Newfoundland from us. They've also got a region here of Agvatuk. Now, we cannot, this is an absolute abomination. Allowing Sweden to take this really does sting the pride. Agvatuk, not so much, but we didn't lose this. This was taken from rebels. But this is an absolute abomination. This should not have happened by any means. As you can see, they've actually put in quite a powerful force in here. But it's mainly made of native forces. But they really are excellent, particularly in the melee attack here, as you can see. They've also brought some of their line infantry as well in. Some cannon, but not really formidable cannon at all. And some cavalry, but not really of our quality. So we are going to be launching an attack into Newfoundland and retaking that. And also, up here in Iceland, which is the capital of Sweden, is all they've got left. We have now launched an assault. We've sealed off the both ports here in Hoften and Akureyri, and now we're going to attack Reykjavik itself. We've got two huge forces here, as you can see. General Cromer, who's one of our finest generals, and also another general here supporting, because just in case, you never know, because also there's fortifications around this as well, and they do have a good complement of troops here as well, but still, this will fall. Now, the council have also said, Mala, you might have to move forces perhaps from Boston and be ready to take Newfoundland, because if Iceland falls, then this might go into rebel hands. If that is the case, then we shall retake this. We shall also move against Agvatuk and take that as well, bring it under US control. I think it's really important that we get as much of of North America and the Americas in total under our control. Now, we've still got the Plains Nations here. It's the only land, apart from what the British have, that we don't control. But that will have to be dealt with eventually. Of course, Britain controls all of Canada. And they also control Fort Nashwack here, but we're not going to move against the British yet, because they've been allies of ours from the very beginning. They have been staunch allies. Now, they haven't done anything to help us, granted, but they haven't moved against us, and if they had, we would be in trouble, because they do hold a significant number of troops here in Canada and elsewhere. But I think they have been suffering from a lot of attrition. But look at that for an army. I mean, that's extraordinary. Even Queen's Rangers. I mean, look at this. Company of Select Marksmen, Fraser's Rangers. Look at that. What a wonder. So they really have got some wonderful troops here. They've got also some outlying islands here in the Caribbean, namely Santo Domingo and Bahamas. Oh, Afghanistan have got Jamaica. Well, I'll be. Would you look at that? We cannot allow that. That's going to be dealt with as well. Perhaps sending the force from Cuba. Perhaps sending this force from Cuba might deal with that. Mind you, they haven't been retrofitted whatsoever. Look at this. This is an absolute... What is going on here? We've neglected some of these armies. We're going to have to start looking at adding some more depth to the homeland armies because they've been neglected for quite a while. That's a lot of cavalry there, my friends. Most of these are just sort of placeholders to keep the place, to keep out those regions under control. But our main goal has got to be what's going on here in Damascus. We've got to really put an end to this Persian assault here. We've also surrounded here in Armenia by Ottoman and Persian forces. That's going to be and we've also got Dagestan on war with us, but they've just dug in here. They haven't moved. We are, thankfully, fully fortified here within here. We've got an army here ready to fight. If they do move against us, it'll cost them probably all their armies. Mind you, that is... Oh, those organ guns are an absolute brute. But... Moscow's... They've got a lot here in the Ukraine. It's under siege, under assault here, as you can see. Wow. Oh, that's... Wait a minute, the Prussians... Looks like they've been being hit here by the Russians. Because they are at war with one another, but... We've also got a lot going on here in the Balkans. I think we could probably, hopefully, remove the German presence from the Balkans in its entirety very, very soon. But I think we'll end... Also, we've got this border here. Look at this border here with Spain. Probably our greatest foe is Spain at the moment. And that's why we've moved so many troops along the border. And they haven't moved against us, because I think they realise what happened if they would.
Sir.
We've also made sure this bridge here is sealed off, and there are fortifications being placed around the entirety of the length here. Look at this, fort. The Star Fort. I don't think we need to spend that amount of money on that. We've got a Star Fort here, but that's on the extremity of the line. That's why we've put a Star Fort there, because that's right at the very extreme of the line here. We might have to put another army here because they can quickly move through here, but still. That's something and also Venice did offer us peace last time, but we did reject that because they wanted 60,000 gold for it. But how we're going to fight into this pocket here in northern Italy is going to be a monstrous battle. I mean, how do you break into this pocket here? Look at that. Incredible forces that the Spanish have got down here in northern Italy. They really are. Look at that for an army, my goodness me. So again, it's going to be a brutal fight for us to get into there, and even taking... Look at Gibraltar and that. Look at Portugal. Look at this. All these regions are so heavily defended. We might have to get some additional forces down here to see what's in Madrid, but even the port here, Cartagena, is heavily defended. But I think we'll end the turn here, my friends. We're going to see what happens here. I've got a feeling we're going to be assaulted here by the Persians in Damascus. Let's see how this goes. Let's end the turn, my friends. What a battle that was last time. It was significant damage, significant casualties. Is Britain not doing a lot here? Raising some more forces, perhaps? France. Germany. Looks like we've got that a bit of a scuffle going on here between the Germans and the Russians, which is good to see. It ties down German forces. Wait a minute. Wow. Would you look at that? If they want to fight, then we will oblige. Wow. We're not going to allow that aggression. Mind you, they've made a tactical error here. What they've done is they've moved against that port with an army in it, but they haven't attacked. Wow. Looks like they may go for Belgrade. Do we want to be dragged into this fight now? Because these armies are still replenishing. No, we won't. We will decline that attack. We'll let them just go past. Right, look at the fight for Minsk. Minsk battle for Minsk is going to be extraordinary. Oh, look at that. They're starting to move past us here now. Now, Naples has been sealed off, but they're fighting amongst themselves for some reason. Or they have been, at least, anyway. But we've sealed off Naples. We didn't want to deal with that as well at the same time. But it looks like they've sent priests now into our land. Look at Afghanistan. They're starting to maneuver as well. Wait a minute. And we've also got the Ottoman Empire out against us as well. But we've hopefully contained them as well. Italian State Savoy, some real manoeuvres going on here. Russia. We're keeping an eye on what's going on there as well. But Russia, I don't think Russia will move into Minsk. Minsk is an absolute, look at that. Oh, they're sending more troops down here. There it is. That's why we put that there. Wow. Now we might dispose of this army here, but then again, these forces have taken a little bit of a beating. There's still been... No, we'll just decline that attack. Let them go into there. We want to replenish here and move on our own to... Ooh, look at that. They're going to try and... But they've separated the army away.
Enemy sails spotted! All
I think we'll take this fight. We can't... They're going to overwhelm us here, but they've effectively pulled another army away from that attack there. 5,000 against 1,400, but we've got a lot of cannon. We might be able to do a lot of damage here, but they've got... That's going to be... We might have to form effectively a square around the cannon, let the cannon do all the hard work. Let's take that fight. Let's take this fight. If we can damage this army, it'll be huge for us, because they've sent a full army, the best army they've got in the region, to attack a small half army, to be honest, a small task force. So we might surround... Where's a good place? We might use the village. Have a topography here of the battlefield. Now we are... Oh, that's a huge deployment zone. My goodness me. We might use the hill here on the corner. Or does it stretch all the way to this hill here? If it does, we might take it. Yes, it does. We might use the hill here and effectively corner ourselves off here as much as they can. We might use this hill here, I think, and let them travel towards us. We want the much distance between us and them as we possibly can. Mind you, they may start from here. Where's the deployment zone is all the way over here. We might just seal ourselves off in this sort of form of pocket. Here, with these gentlemen here forming a pocket around the cannon, using the cannon. And we might even put some of these cannon in the front line here to sort of use the shrapnel shot, then use the canister shot, do as much damage as we possibly can. I doubt we'll win this battle. Saying that, you never know, but it's effectively, the odds are not in our favour, let's put it that way. But we'll do as much damage as we possibly can. Let's see if we can form a strong square around. Let's set our cannon out first. So we've got a lot of howitzers. These are going to be the linchpin. That's what we need to do here. Quick line, because that's going to do the most damage. But look at that. If we direct the fires, actually we might split them off into two separate groups, so we can direct the fire at different units moving in. Now, we do need a general up here as well, gentlemen. Thank you. And we're going to set up our defences here. We might just seal off this entire front here. Gentlemen. Gentlemen. We can alter this if need be. Let's pull them out a little bit further, because we want to have that space between us and the cannon here. Now what we will do is we'll put a cannon regiment here, artillery regiment in here. Gentlemen, don't be silly now. So that's perfect. We'll have a canister we'll have shrapnel shot. We'll have another regiment here. Just need to hold strong here as long as we can. As you can see, we're starting just to seal off this front. We'll have another artillery regiment here. Shrapnel shot. We'll have them here. As you can see, what we're trying to do here is seal off this. So we might put another regiment once the deployment phase ends here. And another regiment here, just to seal off entirely around us. We will put them here just for the meantime so we can figure out what we want to do here. We've got a good defensive hill here. They've sent a full army against us. Now they might just come from here, or they might come straight up. If not, if they do, we are ready to strike now. Got a quick line here. Everybody's ready to go here. We've got a good complement of experienced veterans here. Let's end deployment here. Oh, there they are. Right. Let's seal off this front here. What have they got? Lots. Gentlemen. There's a lot of troops coming in, my goodness me. Gentlemen, please. Thank you. Don't rush them because they've got. Look at that, the guns are opening up. It's going to be a brutal fight. Go there, General. Follow down. We'll just move along here. We've got to hold down nerve here. Hold your nerve, lads. Look lively. It's almost like the Alamo. They got 24 pounds. Oh, look at this. We're getting absolutely mauled here. To do some damage here. That's more like it. That's a beautiful shot. Got to keep redirecting our fire here to make sure we get the most out of these cannons. Here they come. Come into range, they come into range. Oh, well done, sir. Gotta hold our nerve here. Oh, what a shot there. Look at that. The marksmanship here is extraordinary. Again, pounded here, absolutely pounded here, but we've got to hold our nerve here. That's more like it. Ooh. Well, we've got to try these counter shots here. Look at that canister shot right down the throat there. Got them again. Over here, this time they're going to charge us now. Wow, what a battle this is, my goodness me. Fix bayonets. That's it, lads, well done. Oh, right across the bow. My goodness me, we've broken our own lines here. Oh, beg your pardon, my friends. What a battle here, my goodness me. The artillery right on them. Looks like we've broken here, but my goodness, there's so much damage to them. Wow. They fought so bravely. They fought so bravely, oh my gosh. Put the fire right down on them. I think they overwhelmed us here with sheer numbers. We knew that would happen, but my goodness, look at the battle, look at the fight we put up here. It's cost them so many forces. The Battle of the Hill. Bravery beyond compare. It really was a wonderfully brave stand, my goodness me. So proud of these troops. Bravery beyond compare. Believe me, my friend. Look at the overwhelming odds. They still stood and did huge damage here to the Persians. They had to send an entire army to defeat a select few of the rear guard. Wow, valiant defeat. That was a wonderful battle. They lost. We'd killed 2,500. We've got 440 remaining. My goodness me, what a battle that was. Look at that, 200 by line infantry here. Wonderful battle, look at that. They still survived. We shall reconstitute that army. In fact, we will respond. God, look at the Spanish armies here, my goodness me. They've got so many forces available. Sweden. Why would you pay you 7,000? We might do that just to get peace from them. Protectorate of Naples and Sicily at war. No, I don't think we will. I'm going to refuse that offer. I'm not going to pay them. Wait a minute. Are Norway going to attack Sweden? I think we're going to rid ourselves of that, but the main priority here is to deal with this force here. Look at that, and an army attached as well. So they're quite clearly looking to move against Egypt. But I can tell you one thing, my friends, we're not even allow that ship to even move anywhere. What's their fleet is pretty formidable. They've got steamships in here as well. Heimdall. Heavy frigates. They've got a bomb catch as well. Wow. Let's deal with this all in action. I think some of these might need changing about. What's our Secretary of State here? Treasury is... oh my goodness, the Treasury is terrible, but still, it's not really made much difference to us here, is it? The Treasury here is not very good. What's our President like? We know that's happening there. This one... let's win the lower classes. Ah, Horatio Buckle. He's a new president. We've got all of these now at full strength here. Full capacity. Plus morale, minus 2 morale. And minus 1 morale in battles. Let's quickly look at our president. Not brilliant, but look at our government population. 74% our popularity here. I'd like a better treasurer, to be honest with you. I'm sure there's many about. Look at that there already. It's a republic, so we can't move him here. I'd like to try and get a better treasurer if possible. And we've got... hasn't changed a thing. Hasn't changed a thing. Right, we'll try again some other time. But the army at least is well looked after. Also the navy as well. India as well. Europe. Nothing here. We could have done with a better cabinet, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. And also we're suffering some trade here. India's been hit. Probably because of this raiding here by the Germans, but I think it's time that we struck back here. Look at that. Oh, what a... at that there. That is an absolute... Look at that, they got these steamships. I wonder if we have that as a battle for next episode. I wonder if we have that as a battle for next episode. Would you like to see a naval battle, my friends? Now, remember, I am not the best naval commander by a long stretch. Would you like to see a naval battle between ourselves, this fleet here, which really, look at that. Got a second-rate ship of the line here, not sure why, but Zach George here, one of our oldest admirals, is in charge. Look at this fleet here, it's absolutely spectacular. We don't have the Constitution here, unfortunately. I'd like to have that here, but we'd like to see a battle here against these gentlemen here. This is probably the only ship that's at full strength. The rest are pretty well damaged, to be honest with you. They've got a bomb catch as well, so that would really be a significant battle here. But I'd like to see that, my friends. I'll hold the episode here. We've had a good episode thus far. We've had one battle there, but would you like to see this naval battle here? Because I would definitely fight it. Now, there's no guarantees I'd win, even with the odds in our favour like this. With my naval skills, it's absolutely horrendous. It really is. But I will definitely fight the battle. Well, whatever happens, I will. If we win or lose, I will definitely fight this battle here. Would you like to see it, my friends? If you would, as always, please keep your comments coming down below. I thank you for all of your wonderful support on all the episodes, particularly the last one. The support there was phenomenal. It really, really was. As always, please keep your advice, your comments, your suggestions coming in, my friends. Particularly around, maybe we haven't moved against Sweden or anything like that, but I'd like to really get, maybe get a naval battle in. I haven't fought a naval battle in a long, long time. Perhaps you'd like to see one, a little bit of a change. Let me know, my friends. But we've also had that wonderful battle there in Syria there. What a battle that was, my goodness me, that stand there, wow. But my friends, as always, please be safe whatever you're doing. As always, keep your comments coming down below, your strategies and tactics. As always, my friends, thank you for your wonderful support and advice. But until next time, bye for now.